How strong is Big Stomach Liangzi in the Yunya world? What are the odds against the Earth's strongest creature warrior? Let's talk about the serial story of Stomach Dao. Hello everyone, I'm Baby Star Person Egg Cake. Recently, Earth Online has introduced a highly pure, super strong creature. Must analyze it seriously. Mr. Big Stomach's level in the Yunya world needs to be assessed. Next, let's analyze Liangzi's strength from the three major blocks of the new system. Firstly, in terms of the new mental awareness aspect, despite being mocked by countless people for his physique, Liangzi repeatedly asks himself if he is handsome. He still thinks he's very handsome. This absolute self-confidence and conceit are at OG level. And from his famous quote, "If I die, let it count as having eaten," it is clear how terrifying his strong appetite to eat, despite tomorrow's uncertain life is. That pure desire for food, such a crazy pursuit, never wasting ingredients, loving them, it's comparable to Jack's obsession with getting stronger and Cross Mountain's insistence on chivalry. Eating for the sake of eating, to carry out the toughness of satisfying appetite. Not afraid of death at all, can even endure not seeing hot dogs for 3 years. This willpower is incredibly powerful. The level is too high, in reality. The more one can eat, the stronger in the human fang world. I'm willing to call Liangzi the glutton who appreciates food like a lifelong eater demon. Human fang world gourmet captive. I believe the gourmet cell demon within him must be the ultimate boss 6 with endless appetite in this respect. Maybe give him the Cross Mountain Jack Ayama, same level T0 level. Then there's the body, height, weight, physique. Liangzi's latest version panel data is 420 items. Height about 1.65. Don't be fooled by the inconspicuous height. But in terms of density, comparable to diamond level facial existence. This originally stable physique. What about American strongman, inverted triangle, Oliba? High level strongman, upright triangle, Sumi. Seeing the straight cave without corners visible. Simply comes with the pressure resistance of an Oliba sphere inherently. Absolutely no weak points in ultra high defense body. The density of Liangzi's flesh. Must defeat Oliba and Sumi in seconds. Must defeat in seconds. Next is the physique part. A rumor circulated about fasting blood broth, up to 30++ sweeter than Kirin melon, coupled with high blood quality, reaching a lethal level that affects the normal flow of blood. But a big stomach with high blood pressure allows the blocked blood to flow normally. Thick fat also protects blood vessels from bursting. It's truly within a pile of death and injury codes, relying on the mutual action of 3 bugs. It precisely allows the system to resume operation. This amazing vitality, this miraculous human body, this medical miracle, comparable to possessing the blood of a Hanma. Immunity to the side effects of golden medicine, Jack Hanma. If life were like little Jack with technology all along. Striving to become the current fang-biting giant beast, and Liangzi relied on pure sky sheep intake all along. He also worked hard to become the current miso pork giant meat. Living proof as a Superman walking out from within the sheep vein blocks. My Superman. Mentioning this, there's a Jack-like corpse leading by tree meter levels, also of T-near degree. Finally, it's about skill, technique, combat style, in terms of standing out. Before talking about these, that must be introduced. As everyone knows, not afraid if Liangzi has no stomach, but has a super cool and cruel big stomach. All the following Lishan abilities revolve around this big stomach. As the most prominent core organ. Don't underestimate it, even if it sags to the knees. It not only has extremely high digestibility, but also has a very high level of resistance. Equipped with a resistance safety airbag stomach, at one point easily dispelling the impact brought by a widening shot. Let alone trifling fist damage. Just because he masters the strongest resistance tightrope in the Mirror Tooth world. He can easily penetrate hurricanes without being blown over. Bullets are even less of a concern. Completely bounce off. Even trifling missiles can be immune, right? Furthermore, it can inflate the stomach to become a rubber balloon. Supports hard increase of defense area. Strong and brave ghost fist. Surely can't even budge 3 servings, and will definitely bounce off, right? Strikers and thermal weapons are completely ineffective in front of him. The big stomach can't even be penetrated by powerful X-rays. Sea laser weapons are completely ineffective. I guess even nuclear radiation can't penetrate it. Another man who can't be defeated by nuclear weapons is born. It's truly the absolute strongest defense in the Mirror Tooth world. Even the Golden Bell Shield and King Kong Fist, Yang Haiwan, can only stand aside. Don't think Liangzi's high defense was very heavy at the time. He is a martial arts expert with a high-speed combat style. He even created an advanced martial art called modern martial arts. The martial god Dubu's martial arts battle cried as he watched it. It's more like me mocking full-on. His combat style is definitely like a flexible trash. It is rumored that Liangzi can even backflip like a fat pig with self-controlled light kung fu. Truly worthy of being a great achiever, in terms of showing potential, because Liangzi is like Hanazaki Kazuno. He has never had formal martial arts training. An amateur, so currently there's not much to show. He relies on his extraordinary physical attributes. Developing moves suitable for him is very simple. Just utilize the advantages of the modern era. Abandon short forms. Instead, cross the modern dimension to strike with a sword. Use the Digestion Master's peristaltic contraction and expansion. Aim to reach punches with invisible air pressure to knock people down. He can also be like a sumo wrestler. Launch a huge meatball battle car attack. Easily crush a 70-person large truck. Easily overpower Pikachu. And when the advanced era gets close to the opponent, the locking techniques can begin. Hugging people with both hands to engulf them completely. Making the enemy stand straight. Execution complete. Lastly, he can use the jumping power of a flying column to soar into the air for an aerial press. The destructive power of a Taishan top press is enough to trigger ground. Even the earth-shaking zone isn't enough. Of course, the most worth developing is still in the advanced field. He has a body size 10 times larger, even over 9 times larger than usual. Plus, after multiple snacks and meals, he only remembers to eat a few more meals, sneaking in digestion. Just practice a bit to expand the mouth width. Surely can reach the height of the neighboring pig. Deeply swallowing a whole Oliva asking for a large Oreo snack. Deeply swallowing half of Little Maria as the main dish is no problem. Spitting out a bathtub's worth of gastric acid has a decent destructive power too. But I am very worried. These two new left advancements. The blood position is getting stronger and stronger. The brain cannot control the explosive left advancement. The horizontally stabbing modern stomach will scrape the skin and crush all people, destroying buildings. Finally, it massively transforms to a direct path to the heaven's final demon scatter. Even the Earth will be swallowed by the great final. Earth's true left. The final is quite magical, isn't it? So remember this piece. Two fingers lower limit will eliminate Maria at T1 level. The upper limit is a complete volume not yet reaching Mariba, which means T0, it will grow infinitely large. From a comprehensive arithmetic analysis of star volume, you can see the great final's two fingers in a pressure-repelling world. At the very least, it exists as T0. If it continues to develop and evolve, if it hasn't brought the speech, believing it to become supporting the infinite atmospheric level, a second of pressure repulsion mobilization for the entire team is not a dream. Finally, of course, it's the dual section. The great final's two fingers must implement what hasn't been brought to, then it must go single out with the pressure mobilization. Two fingers versus pressure, Ghost Final versus Ghost Elder. This time the new boss can't possibly ascend halfway through, right? Already in pressure, there's a sword strike against the boss, and extensions to the horizon every time there are negative terms. The two fingers need to quickly handle the pressure. It's not a big issue. Two fingers versus Jack. Posterior excuse requires technology light. Versinate excuse cross sheep hasn't arrived. High blood pressure. Two finger was bitten. Also has self-healing to stop bleeding. Not afraid of excess bleeding. Just worried Jack will pierce the final. No tail acid chokes and vomits wildly. It depends on whether Jack can eat two fingers in one bite. Two fingers versus Musashi. I wonder what the two fingers appear as in Musashi's eyes. Against swordless Musashi, there's a fair chance, but against true sword Musashi, it'll be hard not to crack. Although Two Fingers' efficiency isn't afraid of bullets or missiles, but is only afraid of knives and swords, how to resolve and break. Two Fingers versus Retsukayo. Efficiency and internal strife. High defense blood beads versus Hwasha fragile skin. Mokwan Retsukayo's techniques of battle smoke. Are they effective against this young ball? In childhood, delightful cracked meat. Believed that it would stimulate Two Fingers' unrestrained appetite. Right? Hey, Two Fingers versus Dappo. As an appetizer before the main course of offensive capture. Two rock wide bracers are responsible for the wrist guards. Surely they'll flow into uniforms mutually, right? The unmatchable karate strike's effect is very strong. Attempt to use a hand blade and gradually slam the parts forward. Two Fingers versus penetration. Rubber greatness versus condom water bag. Both the weight of a giant bolt and the wood are pierced through by this element tearing apart. Piercing through heavy weights can be said. This wave is not fun. Two Fingers versus pickup truck. The rhythm of two big stones competing in appetite, right? I'm afraid of eating roadside pig food with dry blood victim. Suddenly tasting high elasticity, cool blood. Unfortunately, history does not move. Cannot finish eating at all, right? Two Fingers go Haikon. Small force wild fingertip versus small force true big snake. Ultimate appetite versus ultimate fist face. Not as effective as Go Haikon's attack. Can it break the absolute rebound of Two Fingers? Two Fingers versus cross scatter. Bear pig versus bear snake. Two naturally untrained strongmen. Two mental level extremely strong physical geniuses. Black hole chicken coop crack digestive power big PK. Just thinking about it is exciting. Two Fingers versus wood. Internal struggle of two big fat pigs. The big hard belly completely defeated this wood. Just watch the cracked chicken coops. Can you find the bone in the lard cake? The big stomach bag was so huge then, can't touch the Two Fingers back at the front at all. It's in suspense. Two Fingers versus Taichikawa. Isn't this the seedlings? If you seriously read the manga, you'll know the strongest is spring, bro. Why are you still discussing? Feeding the dog owner must have rampaging pig seedlings. Seedlings. Two Fingers versus roasted sauce. Ghost degree versus ghost explosion fame battle, but as strong as the black hole chicken coop crack. Can't find air hot dog output for the big stomach spicy triple either. Two Fingers versus Oliva. There's no point in talking about it. Oliva fits exactly into the big stomach bag. Becomes the stepping stone of Two Fingers. Who else but you? Finally, it's Two Fingers versus Kumashiro. The battle of the century's peak. The ghosts are touched by man-eaters versus ghosts touched by demon-eaters. The strongest stomach versus the strongest fist. With our three loves, thus extreme disgust at fat pigs. In definitely using the ghost fist to punch the most obvious big stomach. But the fist will definitely be enlarged into a snow impact. Disperse Daiteng and eat others. In the end, the three of us were amazed by the Two Fingers. Both sides adhere with the strongest parts. The confrontation begins again in a serious death battle. This is a peak showdown of two major ceilings. Of course, some unexpected incident will eventually interrupt, making the outcome forcibly a tie. This fits the usual style of manga brewing. The cause of the interruption can reference our 3 versus the sea-wide battle. He died of old age. Feed the dog pig, purity in this area. As for the PK between the two and other standout characters, leave it to everyone to analyze. Great path has concluded.